there's a depression linked to your weight loss, and you feel alone, and you don't care about yourself, and you're never good enough. Your body's always going to be bad. It's how you've always been. You know yourself. You quit on yourself because you don't matter. I think that's the most dangerous place that people get stuck in. They get paralyzed from doing anything positive with their life because no one's ever given them any gratitude. And you'll get motivated one day and you'll cut your diet extraordinarily. You'll eat nothing. You'll water fast. And you start to lose some weight, but it's never enough. You don't look good enough. You start to feel bad and you're actually unhealthy. You're not getting your vitamins. You're not getting your nutrition. You don't see any results worthwhile, and you jump right back in your old habits and you say, I've tried it all. But you've only given yourself a week, a month, 6 months. You're doing things that are unsustainable. There's no way you can keep that up. You're going to fail. You're bound to fail. How could you not? You're doing something you would never do for the rest of your life. You cut out everything you enjoy. You put your body into a state that is unhealthy. You cannot live doing that for 10 years. And then you expect that you're going to see these changes right away, and you're comparing yourself to people who've been doing this for 10 years straight and stricter than you, and eating all the right things. And because they're eating more than you, they have to work more than you. They might be doing an hour of cardio plus an hour and a half of weightlifting every single day. And you're doing 30 minutes of walking and then drinking water exclusively. Like, you're not going to see these results. You need to forgive yourself. Think about that. You need to forgive yourself and move on and say, I'm going to do something that I can reasonably handle. And I'm going to do that for an extraordinarily long amount of time. And reward yourself for doing that. You don't have to be David Goggins and stay strong and move the logs in the boats. Okay? You don't have to. Who's going to move it? Not you. This is a lazy man's guide to personal success. If you like to drink soda, that's like 100 calories a can. For reference, my workouts that are like an hour long are like 150 to 250 calories, depending on how much cardio I'm throwing in it. So if you're doing an hour to an hour and a half of work for like a 30-second soda, and you're drinking like 3 a day, obviously you're not going to lose weight. But the benefit here is if you're not gaining weight and you're doing these things, you're guaranteed to lose pounds instantly. Swap it for a Diet Coke if you really love soda. I didn't like soda, but I was a drinker, and I don't drink alcohol. Is that hard when your social group is in it? Absolutely. Maybe you need to change your group. Sometimes in life you have to realize, like, you're killing yourself. And this isn't fat shaming. You're killing yourself because you're not giving yourself the love you need to feel right. Think about the dreams you had, maybe of traveling, seeing the Grand Canyon, hiking it. Can you? In 10 years, if you're doing the same habits and drinking every day and gaining, even if it's only 5 pounds, over 10 years, that's 50 pounds. Are you thinking you're more likely when your knees start hurting and your back starts hurting to do these things you dreamed of? Could it be financial? Sure. But are you even giving yourself a fair shake? What if you won the lottery? Could you do these things? If the answer is like, yes, you could, but would you feel happy doing it? Would you feel comfortable? Do one thing. Just one. Stop doing the soda, switch to Diet Coke. If you like tacos like I like tacos, switch from a fatty cut or like pork shoulder to pork loin or flank steak, lean cuts. Instead of just doing tortillas that's made with lard and masa, do the protein tortillas. They sell them at the store, and that's like a 1 gram of protein for 10 calories. I mean, that's really good. I mean, that's for a 2,000 calorie diet, you're getting 200 grams of protein if you only ate like that, just tortillas. Normal tortillas is like 160 calories for a gram of protein, something like that. Don't quote me. So if you just swap out ingredients, use lower fat cheeses, just slowly change what you're eating, because you don't want to jump full into something and just hate it, and you won't be able to keep it up. I could eat this way for the rest of my life with no consideration. I like the food that I make now. Is it as good? No. But give yourself once a month, I eat the bad version. If you want to. Once a week, let's say. Start super easy. I just want you to know this is the lazy man's guide to eating right. I'm going to do challenges where I'm like, I eat pancakes for 30 days straight and vitamins, because I don't want to like miss out on all my micronutrients because I'm not eating a varied diet, So vitamins plus pancakes for like a month straight, just to prove switching ingredients, using like low-fat syrups and using gluten instead of just normal processed bleached flours. You can get all of your protein in and still eat in a significant deficit and still lose weight. You don't even need to work out to lose weight. Because remember that whole thing, an hour and a half of my usual exercise is like 200 calories. Well, if it's only 200 calories for that, couldn't I drink 2 less sodas? Couldn't I have literally 2 less tortillas? And still be better than a 1.5 hour workout? It's so easy, y'all. And protein fills you up more. So it's like actually getting the right amount of protein that your body needs helps you diet easier. It's so easy to do. But we make it hard because we're like, okay, no breads, no carbs, no sugars, no anything, right? I can't enjoy my life. I can't use salt. I can't, I can't even put spices on because there's 5 calories in pepper, ignore that. Do the lazy man thing and just check your scale. I'm going to tell you, I do probably around 1,700 to 2,000 calories. But when I track it, I might not throw in a handful of berries. That might be 50. Some cuts of meat might have more fat than another cut of meat. And they're both flank steak, but it's a different part. Maybe I didn't trim it perfectly, and that's fine. Just in the long run, if you're saying you're doing 2,000, you're actually doing 2,500, as long as you're weighing yourself and you're tracking it the same way you track it, you're going to see results. Like if you're thinking you're doing 5,000 calories a week and you're actually doing 1,000, it doesn't matter as long as you keep doing it the same way you're measuring it. However it is that you're measuring it, do it that way and keep that number close to your heart, It could be whatever it is. Because then all you have to do is take that number down. Hey, I'm staying the same and I'm tracking 5,000, even if it's not. Okay, well then I'm going to take 1,000 off. Because you're tracking, obviously, if you're thinking you're doing 5,000 and you're not gaining weight, then you're tracking wrong. So you're probably going to have to take off 1,000 because it's more. I might be rambling because I've got ADHD, but you're getting my point here is just take your number, do your thing, make it easy, don't overcomplicate it, and just start switching stuff out and just stick with it. Don't hate yourself because you will not see results. Love that I switched out tortillas and I haven't had this tortilla for 3 months. And you can, even if you want to, you don't have to. You can reward yourself with the proper tortilla. Like go to a nice restaurant or something and get a proper meal done or your nana's house, whatever it is, and eat good. And don't track it if you don't want to, or rough track it. Like sometimes we have a birthday party and I'll eat stuff from the cheese and meat plate and I'll just guess it. I'm like, probably this much sausage. I might be wrong. And just know that, hey, this day accounted for something, and my weight will be up for a week. Okay, cool. I'm not going to do that for 4 more weeks because my weight just jumped up. Huge. Well, it's going to go right back down. Not immediately, but don't punish yourself for that. Reward yourself that you could get back on your diet after you break it, and you'll be really loving your life. So I just want to say I understand what it's like to be lonely and alone and overweight and looked over and taken advantage of, and to do diets and lose them. I've got records back from 2018 where I went and I lost 30 pounds and then gained it all back because I changed my habits. I started drinking again. I was sad. And I didn't care about myself. And maybe you don't have to care about yourself. Maybe you won't. You probably won't. Could be a year in and you still think you're disgusting. But your knees will hurt less. Your back will hurt less. My back still hurts. I still go to a chiropractor. But it'll hurt less. And you don't have to feel good about yourself. And remember, if this is a goal and a journey to feel good about yourself, you can feel good about yourself in any body. Try to make this journey about setting goals and proving to yourself that even when you don't want to, even when you don't believe in you, that you're able to do it. So, go out there and do it. One thing. I challenge each of you to write down something simple that you're going to do for 1 week. Next week. A lot of these influencers are like, you got to do it now or you're going to lose. No. Just one thing you're going to do next week. Start Monday. Tuesday if you have Monday meetings and it's too annoying for you. And just start it. Then I'll be posting videos and come in again and let me know where you're at. I would love to see. I want to build a community of people who understand that you don't have to start ripped. I'm not ripped. I'm over 20% body fat, but I started over 30%. You can do it. I believe in you, even when you don't. So, anyone can win, but you have to be wanting to win. And winning is just playing the game. Also, you just lost the game.